What is up, TubeU? It is the Money Sausage. Today we're talking about the 5 best credit cards for college students or people that are leaving high school and entering into college. Now, before we get into the video, I would ask for you to hit that like button and subscribe and leave a comment down below as to what you want to see in the future. Real quick, this is the editor, Money Sausage. I just want to say all the cards that are going to be talked about in this video are going to be linked down in the description, so just go check it out. Why is it important to have a credit card when you're going into college? I made a completely different video that is publishing on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for you to view. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified when that is published. One thing that is really important for you to know is that when you're applying to college student credit cards, you need to have a college ID. Now, what does that mean? That means you just have to be accepted, and they have to have given you a college ID. So for whatever college you have, you are at least in their system. Now, the first card I'd like to talk about is actually one of my favorites. It's what I use to start my credit journey, my financial journey, and everything else. And it looks really cool. Now, this is the Discover Student Card. I really enjoy it because it comes in a bunch of different designs. I don't know if you can see that, but I've got a lot of comments, a lot of compliments about it. And it's just a really good, reliable card. And I use this for in-person purchases and sometimes online. And it's just a great card that grows with you. And I really do enjoy it. Now, one thing I want to highlight about this card is it is completely interest-free for the first year, which is a really great thing for allowing you to kind of test out what you want to do when you're building your credit, and it's forgivable. So while you're learning to hold yourself accountable with the credit card, it allows for you to make mistakes and at the same time grow your credit score. So that's why I really like this card, because it does have the interest-free program for the first year. And I would recommend this for anyone that is going into college. Now, it's great for building credit because the card builds with you. You start off with a pretty limited credit score because obviously you don't need a credit score to apply, but it grows with you. So as your credit score increases, so does this card's credit limit. And it is used by Discover, so it is usable at almost anywhere that you go to. I haven't seen a single place that doesn't accept this credit card, especially around a college campus. It's great, it's easy to use, and plus it's attention looker. People see this card, and I've gotten so many compliments, and it's just a really cool design. It's meant for the youth. Now, with that being said, there are limitations in how many times you can increase your credit limit with this, but they do increase it as your score increases. Now, at the same time, I would recommend not relying on credit score increases because they want you to spend more money and get used to not having interest. So although it allows for it to be forgivable for the first year, it will come back and bite you in the butt. So be sure you manage everything, you keep yourself accountable, watch the How to Budget and Be Social video, and just keep yourself honest and humble and accountable. Now, it has a great user interface. I really enjoy it. It's really easy to use. It has everything presented to you in just one simple use. It's just really easy. I really enjoy it. I've showed my friends it, and they've applied for the credit card, and they fell in love with it. It's a great card just across the board. Now, they do have a really cool thing to where each 2-3 months, they allow for a new 5% cashback program, and usually it's just online based. It's really good because it does allow for you to get increased 5% cashback on certain web stores, but they're all things that you use for your classes and for schooling. So it does get you that extra cashback on school-related things, which I think is really cool and it's really handy. And you get a guaranteed 1% cashback on everything else automatically. And for the first year, so the first year with this card, it's completely cashback match. So whatever cashback you get in the first year, and the first year is interest-free. So the first year is really utilized to explode your credit score, and they match your cashback. So I had about $300 in cashback rewards, and they matched it. So at the end of the year, I had about $600 of cashback return. And that's what I really enjoy. Now, this card, I don't have it in my possession. I keep it in the safe. And the reason why I do that is because this is my card I use for only online and only subscription purchases. And I use it solely for that reason. And this is the Mastercard student card. It's interest-free for the first year, just like the Discover card. It does have a limited credit limit at the beginning, but it does expand with you, and you can apply for credit limit increases as long as your credit score is increasing. So if you need to make bigger purchases, you're allowed to, but at the same time, you need to hold yourself accountable because all these cards that are listing, they want you to spend more money and forget to pay it off. It does kind of have a weird user interface. It's kind of clunky and old, but after a little bit, you get used to it. It's not the most modern thing, but you can get the job done. It does have automatic payments. It does allow you to cash back. It does have some pretty good returns in regards to cash back, but it's not my favorite. And that's why I utilize it only for online purchases, because it's just a great way just to keep it online. It connects seamlessly with PayPal and Amazon, and that's kind of something that Mastercard Student Card is really good at. So when I buy my books, I can get discounts and stuff like that. So I enjoy it for that reason. The UI, so the user interface, is kind of clunky, old, as I said, but I do recommend it, and I found a lot of people do love this card because it does have that great implementation for online purchases. And that's how I use it, and that's how a bunch of my friends use it. So just be warned that the UI is kind of but at the same time, it has a great customer service base. And if you have any questions, they have chats and stuff like that available for you to ask those questions. Now, this is a card that I don't carry with myself, but I know that a lot of my friends use it and they love it. And it's a card I'm looking at getting possibly, but at the same time, I already have enough credit cards with those 2 credit cards, so I don't want to get more because I just want to keep myself accountable and constant with my credit use. And this is the Capital One Saver One Student Cash Rewards card. Now, what's really cool about this is it has a great cash back reward system, no annual fee, which is super important. All the cards here don't have annual fees that I'm listing for the top 4. You earn 8% cash back on Capital One entertainment purposes. So this is what my friends use to purchase movie tickets and stuff like that. And that's why they really enjoy it. But usually when I'm buying movie tickets, my friends just buy it for me and I just Venmo them, which I use the Mastercard for, so I get increased cash back on because it's an online use. So in reality, I'm kind of coming out on top with it, but at the same time, if you do like watching movies and you do like buying stuff through the Capital One ecosystem, it's a great way to get cash back. Now, it does have a 16% to 26% variable interest rate, so it can be pretty high, but at the same time, it's just a great card to grow your wealth. And honestly, interest rate is really high, but at the same time, if you keep yourself honest and you pay it down as you're supposed to, you don't have to worry about the interest rate, and it has all those really good benefits. So using this card will be a great way to just build your credit score, but also get returns back. And then for the 4th card that I recommend is the Chase Freedom Student Card. Now, Chase, I've fallen in love with their ecosystem. I use a Chase card for my business, and it just is a great system. The UI, the user interface is very clean, simple, modern, and it tells you everything you need to know. It tells you how to utilize all the things that are offered, and then it helps coach you along the way. Now, the credit does increase with you, but it's really hard to get those credit increases, so that's kind of the drawback and why I'm putting it in the 4th spot, is although the user interface is clean and modern, it's clunky. It's hard to get credit increases. It's hard to integrate with other credit cards. So this is very much an in-person use. So the Chase Freedom card is really good because it has no annual fee. The credit does increase with you, but at the same time, it's very hard to get those credit increases. It's hard to figure out ways to apply. So oftentimes I'm calling customer service and like, hey, what's going on? Like, my credit score increased. Is there a way I can get the credit option? And then I have to file an application. So it's just a lot tedious, and they don't do everything for you like the Discover card and the Mastercard. But the really good thing is it's great for beginners because it does have that modern interface. They do have a bunch of resources to help coach you along the way of building up your credit score. And they have a lot of great integrations like Amazon. So when you're buying stuff on Amazon, you get a massive cashback reward. And it's just a great use to online purchases. And that's what I use. I love using the Chase card because it just does integrate with online amazingly. It's nothing fancy, but it gets everything you need. It's great. But don't expect the most luxurious interface and don't expect the most extravagant cashback reward system. It has just a pretty basic cashback reward, very small cashback, but at the same time, it's consistent and it's reliable. So you can rely on it and you can know that you will be getting cash back for those purchases, but it's just not my favorite card. So that's why it's in the number 4 spot. Alrighty, the 5th card I'd like to talk about is the Amazon card. It's great if you buy a lot with Amazon and it has a great cashback with Amazon, but at the same time, it can be pretty hard to get. You do need a pretty good credit score, around a 700, no annual fee, and it doesn't have a great cashback outside of the Amazon ecosystem, so I utilize and recommend just using that for Amazon purchases. It does have an intro offer, but it's not that great, and you do have to have an established credit score to apply, so this would be good for a second card, and I would recommend. A lot of places accept it. It has really great customer service. If anything goes wrong with your credit card, you just call and they'll fix it and they'll help you. It has great insurance benefits. So if you do use it in person and something happens, something fraudulent happens, it has a great insurance policy to where you can get your money back and they'll help you with the whole legal process. The only reason why it's number 5, it would be number 1 or 2. It's just because you do have to have that established credit score. And it's not really just for college students. It's meant for anyone and everyone. So, although I do recommend it, it's just kind of So, with that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and be sure to keep your eye out this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for the How to Build a Perfect Credit Score video. And all the cards will be linked down in the description, so make sure you go check those out. And with that being said, it is the Money Sausage signing out. See ya!